توجهوا عبر تقنية الفيديو لكلمة مع سعادة السفير الأمريكي في العراق السيد ماثيو تولر.
Good morning, distinguished colleagues. Thank you for inviting me to join you today as you convene to discuss the very important matter of the safety of Iraq's dams. First, I would like to recognize the continued partnership of Minister of Water Resources Mehdi al-Hamdani, United Nations Development Program Resident Coordinator Dr. Zaina Ali Ahmed, and APSU Secretary General Dr. Faisal al-Idari. I'd also like to acknowledge His Royal Highness Prince Al-Hassan bin Talal of Jordan. This is familiar territory for me and an issue the United States takes seriously. In my first trip out of Baghdad as ambassador, I traveled to the Mosul Dam in June 2019. There, we marked the completion of U.S. efforts to stabilize the dam through a $180 million investment from the United States under the guidance of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The United States invested then and remains keenly interested today because of the immense importance of water security to Iraq's peace and prosperity. As you know well, Iraq faces growing challenges in accessing clean water for everyday life. Of course, we cannot talk about water security without talking about the climate crisis. Simply put, climate change will leave Iraq hotter, drier, and harder to live in. As your government has already identified, Iraq is one of the most vulnerable countries in the world to the adverse effects of climate change, and much of that vulnerability relates to water insecurity. Iraq's unique geography drives its water challenges, but good governance and environmental protection have an important role to play in maintaining Iraq's water security. One does not need to look any further than the 2018 Basra water crisis to recall what the devastating effects can be of a year of low rainfall combined with inefficient management of water resources. Addressing these water challenges and mitigating the effects of climate change on water supplies will require significant cooperation and investment at the national, regional, and international levels. Officials at all levels of government and across all ministries must work with unity of purpose towards the joint objective of sustainable development. Iraq and its neighbors must also negotiate in good faith to share water resources in a sustainable manner that meets everyone's needs. The international community, including the United States, must prioritize water and climate in its partnerships with Iraq. I'm proud to underscore our renewed commitment to supporting Iraq's water security and climate efforts. One of President Biden's first actions in the White House was to return the United States to the Paris Agreement. And Secretary of State Blinken has instructed us to prioritize water and climate and the environment in every element of our foreign policy. The United States has a long history supporting the Ministry of Water Resources. As I mentioned at the outset, this most significantly includes the rehabilitation of the Mosul Dam, a facility once classified by experts as the most dangerous dam in the world. That extraordinary effort, completed in the face of the threat of ISIS, protected the dam from potential collapse. It also highlighted the importance of critical infrastructure protection, international cooperation, and continued focus on dam safety. As a result of 3 years of Americans, Iraqis, and Italians working side by side in partnership, a critical piece of Iraq's infrastructure returned to normal operations, managing floodwaters, storing water for drinking and irrigation, and producing electricity. Though our engineers left Mosul Dam more than 2 years ago, we continue to provide technical and consultation support to ensure the dam remains safe. More broadly, we support the Ministry of Water Resources in developing its technical expertise on dam management and safety through the Bureau of Reclamation. Meanwhile, through the United States Geological Survey, we also provide technical support to the ministry to forecast water supply and water usage, with the goal of helping to create sustainable water use strategies. These efforts also ensure Iraq's conversations with its neighbors on water sharing are based on actionable data and science. I'm happy to say that after pausing both programs due to the pandemic, we expect to resume these initiatives in 2022. In closing, a great deal is at stake when tackling water security issues, as you all undoubtedly know. Thank you again for inviting me to join you, and thank you for attention to the safe and efficient operation of Iraq's water management infrastructure. I look forward to continuing our cooperation on these issues in the months and years to come, and in supporting Iraq's efforts to address climate and environmental issues more broadly. Thank you.